Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are committed to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And this video really is a serious one because I am saying what everybody else is dancing around. But I'm just going to say it, and I'm going to say this to Black immigrants. Black Americans are never going to forget the way you treated us when you came to this country. And this doesn't mean all of you, but enough immigrants from enough countries have come to this country and disrespected us, our ancestors, our culture, and our history. And we are never going to forget that. So I hope for your sake that the supposed relationship that you have with white Americans holds up. Because if it doesn't, well, you see what is happening to the Haitians. And the Haitians are not the only ones. Some more of you have lost their status. The Haitians are just the ones that Donald Trump is talking about. The Haitians and the Syrians. But Somalis, Ethiopians, and Sudanese have also lost their TPS, and there may be others, but I'm just naming the African ones, the Caribbeans and the African ones, because they are the ones who have come here and disrespected us publicly. And now on the internet, Africans and Caribbeans are saying that it's the CIA that's turning Black Americans against them. Listen to this.
I just saw a Haitian on TikTok talking about the CIA being the cause of the divide between Black Americans and Haitians, and Black Americans and other Black immigrants. I need for y'all to stop consuming so much of our culture, because that's the only reason you would ever make a statement like that. Y'all consume so much of our culture that y'all forget that y'all are not Black Americans, which means the CIA do not have to lift a finger to fuck up what y'all got going on. All they have to do is get a politician to put pen to paper and they can end your fucking existence, okay? So stop spouting our talking points, okay? The CIA has nothing to do with the divide between us, okay? You and your community is to blame for the divide between us. Your parents telling y'all to stay away from us is due to the divide of us. Has nothing to do with the CIA. Y'all ain't shit the CIA gotta worry about, because they can get rid of y'all any fucking time they want to.
Black Americans are never going to forget how some of you treated us when you got here. We opened doors. We offered our community. We have shared our culture. We stood up for you politically. And we welcomed you into our neighborhoods we built and protected. And all this business about they said this about me and they said that about me. They said that about me too. They said that about me too. You either have to say something back or shake it off and keep on going. We welcomed you. And instead of appreciation, we got from many of you distance, disrespect, and dismissal. Not all, but enough to create the pattern that I'm talking about. Enough to create tension. Enough to make Black Americans say, we see what's going on. When Black immigrants arrive in the United States, the first people who understand them culturally, socially, and emotionally are Black Americans. We know what it feels like to be racialized. We know what it feels like to be stereotyped. We know what it feels like to be treated as less than. We know what it feels like to be judged before speaking a single word. So we tried to make space. We tried to help. We tried to guide. And we tried to protect you in the way that we knew how. But you thought you had something going with white people. The disrespect was loud and it showed up everywhere that immigrants hang out or congregate, in their conversations, in their bragging about their language and their tribe and their culture. All of those things that really weren't necessary. We didn't care about those things. We really didn't care, but they wanted to point out we didn't have any culture and we didn't know where we came from and we didn't know our names. Black Americans are not going to forget. Now, on another note, if the Africans really wanted to reach out and connect with the diaspora, they would reach out to Haiti because the Haitians in the United States, 350,000 of them, have lost their TPS status and they don't want to go back to their homeland. So this would be the time for Africa, especially the ones who claim they want to connect. Don't forget that you came from Africa. Well, the Haitians did too, and they need a helping hand now. But are they reaching out to Haitians? No. They are zero focused on Black Americans because they see an opportunity to eat off our plates. Because they can say what they want to about us, but we are the ones with the money and we are the ones with influence. They don't have any influence. The Africans don't have any influence. And as far as South Africa is concerned, I understand them. I understand them because they have come onto my channel and said that those Black African immigrants to South Africa are disrespectful to them too. So I completely understand where the South Africans are coming from. Now, here's the part that I want to make clear. Now, I don't speak for all Black Americans, but I speak for many, and many of them think just like I do. And this is what I've got to say about it. Black Americans are done carrying people who don't respect us. We are done being the default support system. We are done being the cultural foundation people stand on while talking down to us. We're done being the political shield people hide behind while denying our contributions. We're done being the community people use but don't appreciate. So the days of automatic support are over. Black Americans are not going to forget how we were treated, how you didn't respect us, and you don't respect anybody. I mean, people all over the world are talking about how some of the Black immigrants behave when they come to their countries. So the South Africans are doing something different. And I hear other African countries are doing the same thing. And America is doing it, and nobody is apologizing. Nobody is apologizing for securing their borders and gatekeeping their culture. And Black Americans are not apologizing either. So my advice is just for Black immigrants to leave Black Americans alone. Black Americans are a native, lineage-based people whose culture, history, and political identity were forged inside the United States under conditions no other Black group lived through. That means that Black Americans are not simply another Black community. We are the foundational Black population of this country. So when Black immigrants arrive and immediately compare themselves to Black Americans, judge Black Americans, or repeat stereotypes they learned abroad, they're stepping into a story they don't understand. We, Black Americans, built our own culture, fought our own battles, and carved out our own space in a country that tried to erase us. That deserves respect, not interference. The healthiest thing that Black immigrants can do is stop projecting, stop assuming, and stop inserting yourselves into conversations and histories that belong to Black Americans alone. And really, it's to Black immigrants' benefit to leave Black Americans alone because that protects them from unnecessary conflict. Many of them arrive with misinformation received by their colonial education system, Western media, or some nonsense they thought up in the village that they came from. None of this reflects the reality of Black American life. And when they repeat those narratives, all they do is create tension, it's disrespectful, and then there's a division that serves no one. So Black immigrants need to focus on their own communities and learn the landscape of America before speaking on it, and respect the boundaries that Black Americans have set. Black Americans, as a rule, are very forgiving people, but some of us operate on the saying of Maya Angelou, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. So we believe you. Now, the days of us reaching out and trying to connect with you and holding out the right hand of fellowship are over. So the best thing that we can do now is probably just leave each other alone until something gets figured out about how or if we can ever really have a relationship. Now, I might be wrong and I might think differently in days to come, but right now, this is how I feel about it. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about it and have a good day.